The warm weather is here, and that means it's kitten season. That's next on All for Animals. Millions of cats and kittens end up in shelters every year, and due to overcrowding, many don't make it out. At Animal Care and Control of New York, Executive Director Julie Bank says the crisis gets even worse in the spring and summer months.
You know, it's the time of the year where we get so many cats in our doors, and part of it is a direct result of breeding, of animals that are not spayed or neutered, breeding, and then it's the time of the year when they give birth. And then, unfortunately, we end up overwhelmed with cats and kittens coming through Animal Care and Control of New York City. So it's a really rough time for us. It is our busy time of the year, and we really do get a huge amount of animals coming in, and it's almost like overnight. Overnight, it will suddenly be kitten season, and then all of a sudden we're full.
What can folks do to help prevent these unwanted litters from coming into the shelter?
Well, the most important thing that you could do is be a responsible pet owner and have your animals spayed or neutered. It absolutely helps to save lives in an animal shelter if your animal doesn't be part of the problem. So getting them spayed or neutered is the number one thing you can do.
It's not only litters from unspayed house pets, but also the offspring of the thousands of cats living on the streets of New York City. Here in the boroughs is a group that assists those who rescue those kittens.
The New York City Feral Cat Initiative was started by the Mayor's Alliance for New York City's Animals in an effort to coordinate the efforts of all the groups around the city that are working to help feral cats.
So what are the Kittenpalooza Workshops?
Oh wow, the Kittenpalooza Workshops. We started those because the shelter system is not prepared to take in feral kittens or kittens that haven't been weaned yet and aren't ready for adoption. So we've been training people through the Kittenpalooza Workshops how to bottle feed kittens. There's a workshop how to tame feral kittens for adoption. They're wild and scratching and crazy, and you get them calmed down so someone can handle them and hold them and adopt them. And then also there's the Feral Cat Colony Workshop, where you learn everything about trap, neuter, return, getting cats fixed for spay, neuter, vaccinated, managing a feral cat colony. So those are the three big workshops.
Let's talk specifically about the bottle feeding workshops. What do you learn in that?
When a kitten's born, the mother would normally be nursing it every 2 hours. So you've got to set your alarm clock, and you've got to get up every 2 hours through the night, get the milk, the replacement milk, to the right temperature, make sure their environment is the right temperature, and then literally follow a chart with each day and week up until 4 weeks, when you can start giving them some solid food mixed in with the milk. You're going to follow that chart to find out what the right temperature of the milk and the frequency of feeding. You'll learn all that in the workshop. Normally the mother in the nest, she totally controls when the kittens eliminate. After she's through nursing them, she licks and stimulates the anogenital area, and the kitten will eliminate on cue of the mother. But they don't do it on their own. So you, as the caretaker, you have to, after you bottle feed them, you have to stimulate. You'll learn that in the workshop too, and that way everything will be normal.
With the lives of these animals literally in your hands, Mike says it's critical to receive professional instruction. The workshops are sponsored by Petsmart Charities, and you can learn more at nycferalcat.org. As for the cat crisis in general, Julie Banks says there are plenty of ways to help.
The first thing you want to do is consider adoption, because we have so many animals that need you, especially at this time of the year at kitten season. If you can't adopt a pet, consider becoming a volunteer, because again, this is the time of the year where we need more people to help us clean cages, socialize the cats, and other areas in the shelter to participate. If you can't physically be a volunteer, you might want to consider giving a donation, whether it's a donation of money, which goes a long way, or even down to a donation of a towel or blankets so that we can keep these animals comfortable and warm. So you can visit Animal Care and Control's website at nycacc.org, and you can find out all ways that you can become a volunteer, give a donation, where you can adopt a pet, and how other ways you can get involved.
Now, what about fostering? Because you've got these litters of kittens, right? You need foster parents. Talk to me about that.
It's the time of the year where we need a lot of foster parents because we will get moms with babies, babies without moms, sick animals, sick kittens, kittens that need people to help them eat. So it is the time of the year where we have to beef up our foster program. And to be a foster parent, you just start off by going to one of our volunteer orientations. Then we give you foster care training and get you started.
For more information about any of the organizations featured in this episode, visit the resources page at allforanimals.tv. And remember, if you're thinking about adopting a pet, please make yours the next great rescue story and contact a rescue organization or visit a shelter near you. I'm Susan Richard. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on All for Animals.